today's video, we're going to talk about all the things that you can do in under 1 hour. And there's a few. I've got a list beside me here. If you are new or returning, welcome. Here it's all primary. We talk, teacher side hustles, TPT, boom, Pinterest, Canva, blogging, email marketing. And I don't know whether I listened to a podcast or read a blog or a social media post, but someone talked about there are a lot of tasks that you can do in under 30 minutes, in under 15 minutes. And I thought, it's a good reminder that there are lots of things that we can actually do with a short amount of time, because for many of us, sometimes all we get is an hour. What I thought I'd do is, and I shared this with Facebook group and I got some great ideas there too. What can you do in under 15 minutes, under 30 minutes, under an hour? But before I start, just a reminder, when you've only got 1 hour in a day, okay, your days are going to ebb and flow. You're not going to be able to necessarily do all the tasks every day. And some tasks don't need to be done every day. And some tasks don't even need to be done every week. I have an app called Todoist. I've mentioned it before, on my tablet and my phone. But I put my tasks on there, my daily tasks, my weekly tasks, my monthly tasks. And that way I don't have to write them into my planner. It just shows up on my list each day. And again, there's some things that you don't need to do every day. But the big things, the things that are actually going to bring in money for you, are the things that you really should be focusing on. If you are brand new to TPT, welcome to TPT land. You should be working on product creation. And once you are making... Did you see the back end of Milo again? When you are starting TPT or Boom, you don't need to be on social media. You don't need to be starting a blog right away. These are things that are going to help grow your business, but you don't need them at this moment. The things that are going to bring in money for you right now are your products, sales for your products. So you want to be focusing on tasks that's going to do that for you. Some of them will maybe bring views to your store and your resources. Some of them might actually bring you sales. And this is what you have to determine for yourself. So let's start with Teachers Pay Teachers. Like I said, I'm going to just mention a bunch of tasks that you can do. And I'm going to make this list available. I'm trying to decide whether to make it actually a new lead-in, a lead magnet for my email. It's also going to be a bonus in the TPT seller bundle that is for sale over on TPT. Okay. This is in no particular order. Like creating a cover can be done in minutes. Creating a cover for an older product, that can be done in minutes. Especially if you have templates. I highly, highly, highly recommend templates, and that's something as well on this list. Templates that you can set up for yourself. Oh, no, excuse me. I'm growing cat grass, and they have one in the kitchen beside their food. This one is a baby cat grass, and they've both run in here to eat it. It's like, no. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to move it. I'll be back. Okay, sorry for that intermission. Brainstorming, mapping out a new product, 10-15 minutes. Checking your data, 10-15 minutes, and deciding if you need to make, some sort of adjustments of anything. Looking for clip art. Put a clock on, a timer of some sort, because you can be on there for, instead of 15 minutes, 15 hours. You can go down these rabbit holes and or whatever you want to call them. The black hole. I love clip art. And I can be online forever. So put a timer on and find the best clip art in that amount of time. And again, 15-20 minutes tops. Write a note to your followers. I find those usually take me 15. Sometimes it depends if I'm using an existing template. If I'm using existing template, less than 10 minutes. If I'm starting something new, 10 to 20 minutes, depending on what I'm saying. Participating in a TPT hashtag sale. I just finished one yesterday, And to actually add the hashtag and change the price took me less than 2 minutes. You're only allowed to put 2 products on the sale. So that itself was minutes. And it took me longer to actually write the writable. Responding to reviews and to any Q&As that you receive through your TPT store. This is important. People want to know that there's somebody on the other side of your store. And if you respond regularly, they will know that yes, you do exist. You are not a bot of any sort. You can spend 10, 50 minutes optimizing titles, right? Making sure you got keywords, tweaking your product descriptions, maybe changing out a couple of your thumbnails. Minutes. They don't take long at all. One thing I thought about, and I think someone mentioned this in the Facebook group, is that we want to create high quality products. I've got videos on high quality products. This is a big thing because your products need to stand out amongst everyone else. And so if you are not making high quality products, if you're making exactly what someone else is making, you're not going to get sales. You might get a couple, but you're not going to get the big ones. Taking 10, 15 minutes to make sure your product has an answer key, that it has a table of contents if it's large, if it has hyperlinks to take them to other places, okay? Making sure your terms of use, they're all updated. You want to keep all these extra things in there. Differentiating your resource. Take that 10, 15, 20, even 30 minutes and do these little things because it will make your product stand out. If you've got closer to an hour, work on product creation. I actually did. I don't even think I talked about this. I actually did 24 hours of product creation over spring break. Not in one day. No way. No way. I'm no spring chick. I did it over 3 days. So I did 11 hours on a Monday, 8 hours on a Tuesday, the next day, and then 6 hours, which actually equals 25 hours. But I didn't count 1 hour because I hadn't planned one of my resources that I was working on, and I spent an hour looking at clip art, looking at stuff, right? Okay, so I don't count that hour. And that's another thing that made me think of doing this video. Planning. If you can spend 15, 20 minutes planning, right? Use the planner sheets in the product creation template checklist that I have. I don't even know, I can't remember the proper name. Or just write yourself notes. Do these things because when you actually get going, it will keep you moving forward. If you don't have notes to fall back on, you'll hit these little walls and you'll be going, I don't know what to do next. I don't know what to do next. So you make sure that you've got things, update a current product and then lift the price just a tiny bit. That doesn't take long. Create a new bundle. That doesn't take long. You know, these are all 30 minutes maybe. Check to see if you've got previews. Not just a PDF preview, but maybe a video preview. Now, making a bunch of video previews would probably take you an hour, but a lot of people will not buy products if there's no previews. So make sure all your products have previews and add them. Custom categories. I update this probably every 6 months to a year. Okay, and again, does not take long to think, plan it out, going, what do I want it to look like? Do I want to change the little icons beside the words? One of the things that was brought up in the Facebook group, and we talked about it, is your features in your TPT store. You have 4 spots to feature your products. How often do you change that? In the Facebook group, someone said weekly, someone said monthly. I tend to do it either seasonally or whenever I've got 3 or 4 brand new products, right? I will feature them. So for me, it just depends, okay? But you could actually create a task to just do it, like I said, monthly. It's up to you. But it takes, again, minutes. It's just a few minutes. Taking pictures of your resources. That can take closer to 30 minutes, setting up a camera or whatever, but it doesn't take long. Changing the quote box or the banners that go in your store. probably 30 minutes. You can actually, I haven't updated mine. I would love to do 4 seasonal ones and a special sale one. I didn't create my banners. I paid someone years ago to do them, and I'm super happy about them, and I feel like I don't even need to change them. But I would love my little owl to have like a Santa hat, or something like for the seasons. So I might have to, I'll think about that one later on. Keyword research. Oh my goodness. Keyword research can be done in 30 minutes or less. You could throw your own sale. That takes minutes to set up, right? And it's going to take minutes to advertise it and market it, but you could do it in just minutes. Submit a free product to the TPT newsletter. I honestly have not done it. I think I have to challenge myself to do that. Leave feedback on things like clip art and fonts that you have bought, so you can get TPT credit. Hey, how's that? I'm sure I've missed some, okay? Feel free to add them down below, but that for the most part is TPT. Some of those will also work for Boom. You don't have to worry about previews and all those sort of things for Boom, but you can update your product descriptions, you can update your product cover, things like that. You can add more cards and then raise the price a little bit, or you can duplicate one of your best sellers, change it around, new product, right? You can make bundles. You can make bundles in Boom, you can make bundles in TPT. Check to see if somebody buys multiple products from you, right? So you see a sale, you open it up, and somebody has bought 2 or 3 products that are very random. Hey, that's an idea for a bundle. Who knew, right? So those are things you can do for, like I said, TPT and Boom. Let's quickly talk social media. If you're on social media, one of the things that they recommend you do to increase your engagement is after you post something, whether it be a story or reel, your square post, go on and comment on other people's comment on people's stories, comment on people's reels. Again, it actually does something to the algorithm for you. So engage with an audience. Don't just post things and get off like I do. Terrible, I know, bad. It takes about 30 minutes and schedule a week's worth of social media content, whether that be Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Doing them will take you a little bit longer, but the planning of it, then it's done, right? You can schedule a week, fill in, yep, you can do that. Take pictures. If you're in the classroom, take pictures without the kids. Okay, take pictures of your classroom and use them for social media posts and reels and things like that. Yeah, no kids faces, okay? Even if the parents say it's okay, it's not, okay? It's not, it's a business, okay? So yeah, leave meaningful comments, social media, that's pretty much it. So schedule, plan, take pictures, you can actually make them. And if you have a template, like I like to use Canva, I have lots of them already set up, and sometimes I just regurgitate them and redo them and send them back up. I'm not on Instagram a whole lot right now, except for DMs. If you DM me there, I usually respond within a week because I'm not on every day. Okay, let's move to websites. If you have a website, blog posts can probably take over an hour, but if you plan different stages of it, then you can do it in a lot shorter time. For example, planning, right? Planning the next month's blog posts, that can take you 15 minutes. If you want to do a blog outline, that would take you maybe upwards of half an hour. You can get images from Canva or whatever to put into that blog post. That can take you 10, 15 minutes. You can add hyperlinks to your store or to another blog post or something like that. Spend some time doing that. That can take 5-10 minutes. Getting UTM codes from TPT to use into your blog or use into Pinterest, which I'll talk in a moment, takes sometimes a little bit longer, and it depends if you want to keep track of your UTM codes, okay? I mean, I just have a Google Sheet with them, but you can do that as well. When it comes to Pinterest, fresh pins all the way, no repinning, try and stay away from all of that sort of stuff. So, a fresh pin I have templates, take me 10 minutes. It's to create, 10 minutes to upload. they're done. And you know, some people batch them. Some people will give themselves an hour or so, try and batch some. Batching is always sometimes the better thing, but how many of us have a couple hours to spend? I mean, as outside of spring break, there was no way I could ever do 24 hours of product creation. That would be nuts. So I think that is, oh, and just email. If you have an email list, write an email, send emails out. That can take you less than 30 minutes. You can see that there's a lot of things that you can do. Clean your desk. That should take you less than 15 minutes, 30 minutes maybe. No, shouldn't take you too long. But there's a lot of things here. There's a lot. If you have some that I have not mentioned at all, please pop them down below. Upcoming videos, there's a few of them actually coming. I'm going to be posting a video midweek, maybe even next week, on I've updated product creation checklist that is in the TPT Seller bundle. I'm slowly updating the bundle, okay, the checklists and things like that. I'm going to do all of them. And what you'll know, they'll be done when you see a slightly different cover. I'm adding a lot more planning components to them. And that was one I was going to say for TPT. For TPT, another one would be to create a file folder to house all your stuff that you're going to use. Your notes, your clip art, your fonts, anything that you need before you start that product. Okay, that was an important one. I completely missed it. Anyways, I'm actually going to do kind of like a little launch of the updated product creation checklist, and so that's not going to be a tutorial or anything like that. So I'm going to just post it. It's probably going to be a 5-minute video or something like that. So I will do that. I am going to do what's called TPT tidbits. I'm going to be sharing a couple things. People ask me for tutorials on this and this, and sometimes it takes me longer. It takes me shorter time to actually just recreate the tutorial than it is for me to find it sometimes, because it might be buried inside of a bigger video. So the last, I don't know, 3 months, I've had requests for this little tutorial and this little tutorial. And I thought maybe I'll just make a video with all these little tutorials in there. So, and yeah, so I'll probably, I have that on the list. The other one I have that's coming up the top of the list is Google Slides. Google Drive, Google, yeah. They're always trying to give you a couple little extra things to help with your Google products. And so I did one, it's been over a year since I've done Google Slides, so I'm going to do a Google Slides tutorial, and it will probably show up at the same time as I add a Google Slides checklist to the TPT Seller Bundle. Okay, if you have the TPT Seller Bundle, all these updates come to you for free. If you don't have the Seller Bundle, you might want to buy it now before I start putting the price up, because once I upgrade, prices are going up. Oh, someone asked me in the Facebook group about how little things to do to create a bundle. Like what different types of components can you do? Or something. I think that's what she asked for. So I am going to do something like that because I want to continue with our series on making high quality products. And bundles, even though they're not selling as much, I had my first bundle sale yesterday, yeah, in a long time. So, I mean, outside the TPT Seller Bundle, that one sells pretty regularly, but a lot of my bundles aren't selling right now, and that seems to be a general consensus, that bundles aren't selling. But there's nothing wrong with having them there, that's for sure. Okay, so there's a few videos on the horizon. If there's a video tutorial that you would like to see done, again, feel free to pop it down below. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you and your family are staying safe, being healthy, and we'll catch you in that video or the playlist. See ya.